Welcome to Monday night, folks, and happy Labor Day for those of you in the U.S., which is pretty much everybody who watches us.
Yeah.
We've got a couple
Got a couple out there,
states, but we made it home.
Yep, we're home.
Just in the nick of time to get everything set up and figure out what I'm going to cook. This is definitely one of those lessons in what's in the pantry, fridge, and freezer that we can throw together for dinner nights. So, welcome to the chaos.
Yeah.
But
we did have something planned.
Well, we had this planned. Yeah, the rest of it we weren't quite sure how it was going to work out because we've been gone for the weekend. But so
about having fun.
Yes, and I have the sunburn to show for it.
Folks, medium rare.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
definitely.
No worse than that. Just medium rare. It's up here too.
And yes, I'm sunburned everywhere, Chili.
That's what happens when you get out in the sun, you vampire.
I know. It's fair skin and red hair.
Lucky you didn't burst into flames.
I'm surprised I didn't on a few occasions.
Yeah.
Moving past that conversation, what are we drinking?
What are we drinking?
That we haven't already had this weekend.
Well, we actually haven't had this. I don't think we've made this on the show.
Not on the show, no. But I meant we've had a few beers over the weekend.
A little bit, yeah. So we're gonna make something that has undone more button flies than Levi Strauss.
Oh, lovely! You're reaching back to college days.
We are definitely going back to college days. The first drink that all those young ladies drank at the bar, the first time they got to the bar, the first thing they ever ordered. Multiple times, I would say that this is one of those things. So we're going to show everybody how to get a little piece of the ASS.
Oh, nice. I'm sure all of you watching need to know how to get ASS.
That's right. An Amaretto Stone Sour.
Okay, I can go for that.
Yeah. So we got a little shaker. And for one drink, it's an ounce and a half. Because there's two of us. We're going to go with 3 ounces. And 3 ounces and 3 ounces and 3 ounces. So first, Amaretto. These Serranos.
It is one of my favorites. I will say
is good.
That.
Hey, every college girl loves this. So
I don't really remember. I didn't drink in college. Excuse me. My mother is watching.
So
speaking of watching, let us know where you're watching from and what you're having for day dinner.
Yeah. Then we're going to go 3 ounces of freshly squeezed OJ. And by freshly squeezed, I am squeezing the container as it pours.
There you go.
So 1, 2.
There's nothing wrong with a jug of orange juice.
No. Hey, at least we have orange juice here.
Hey, Gretchen. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. And 3 ounces of our sour mix. Now, to make sour mix, you use, typically
to make sour mix for beverages, not for cooking. Yeah. That's because there is a difference.
That's because I almost put 4 ounces in there.
Well,
it's not good.
Survived.
Yeah. So that is 4 ounces of lemon juice.
Yeah.
4 ounces of lime juice and 4 ounces of simple syrup, which we make simple syrup, quite a bit of syrup. It's an ounce of water, or a cup of water, and 2 cup and a half of sugar.
So we make ours like really sweet.
Yeah.
Because we use it in iced tea and in coffee through the week. So we make a lot of it at once.
Yeah.
If you don't want it that sweet, hold back and do equal parts sugar and water.
Ice cube.
You.
Yep.
Probably not that many ice cubes.
Yeah.
Coming in
hot or cold.
Boy, when we got home, the dogs were coming in hot. Mercy.
Yeah.
That's the right color. I haven't had one of these in
since you're in college.
Many a moon.
Since you were in college.
I honestly don't remember drinking them in college.
Really?
I drank beer.
I don't know how many times I was at the bar and somebody asked me, "Could you get me an Amaretto Stone Sour?" Sure. Sure.
I remember it was the drink of choice, though.
It was definitely the drink of choice in the 90s. So then.
I need to cut an orange. What do you want?
Just some slices, circles.
Rings.
Yeah, rings. I got to get right back.
Okay.
I got to get a skewer.
No. Yeah, did I mention we got home at like 6? So not totally prepped and ready here, but I had to fix dinner anyway, so I figured we'd share the
joy.
The joy. Do you want me to slice them, or are you gonna?
Yeah, because they're
down
gonna
the middle? Okay.
they're gonna go on the rim,
Oh,
and
you might have to whirly chicken there. There you go. I'm going to wash my hands now that I've licked my fingers.
oh please.
Remind me to put the orange up later so it didn't go bad. Because I probably won't get to eating it until tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn water on to boil. To continue boiling. Well, we have one dog that's just kind of following me around the kitchen. The other one who just decided to pop a squat right in front of the stove on the comfy rug.
That's right.
Or
there we go.
Mat. Thank you.
We each have a little bit of ass.
I couldn't say it. I'm glad you did.
I can say it. Oh gosh, that's good.
Now you know why they were the drink of choice.
Oh, I knew why they were the drink of choice.
Okay.
Yeah, they're good. But yeah, I mean, I think most of the bars here in town where the college kids went had this pre-mixed in a bottle. So it was just this and this.
Dump and go.
Yeah, dump and go. Especially if they catered to the Greek crowd, for sure.
That's gonna go. It's gonna go down a little easy.
Well, good. Hopefully it will.
I'm not in college anymore.
Oh, that's okay. We can reenact.
You're funny. All right, folks. So, as we were headed home, I was trying to remember what I had in various places in the kitchen. So here's what I came up with.
Hold on, Michelle's asking a quick question. So how long does simple syrup keep? It keeps for about a week.
Yeah.
So you got to just cover it, put it in the fridge. It'll keep about a week.
In the fridge, probably a little bit longer, but then it's going to be hard.
The sour mix. The sour mix will keep a week.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Your sour mix will probably keep as long as your OJ is fresh. I mean, if you're.
Hey, I'm going off of what I heard.
Okay, so a week.
A week.
Let's go with a week.
Don't make it last that long. Just drink it.
Drink it up.
Drink it up.
All right, I've got a pot of water on the stove boiling, and I'm going to drop 3 servings, about 6 ounces of pasta in it. This is a 12-ounce box of rainbow-colored bow ties, so easy. You don't have to weigh it, measure it, nothing. You use half the box for 6 ounces. And I'm using 6 because there's 3 of us, so it's 2 ounces per person. Roughly on shortcut pasta, you're going to end up with about a cup of pasta after it cooks.
Oh, it was a green one. Neither one of them were like, oh, do I eat that or not? I don't know.
That ought to be funny. Now, this is going to make way more than what we need. All right, then. It's just pasta. It won't hurt them. Way more than what we honestly need. But I'm going to let that start to cook a little bit. That's going to hit the dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't hit the dog anymore.
That's good.
Whew, okay. Here's a tip. And especially if you're using pots that have lower sides on them, wooden spoon over the pot, and it won't boil over. Just make sure you've got a long enough handle, and I really don't hear somebody using a spoon. Long enough handle that when you go to grab it, your handle hasn't heated up more than what you want it to. So,
all right.
Wooden spoon over the top. Whew.
So somebody you know from college and somebody I know from
college,
high school,
right?
Yeah. I mean, come on now.
Where'd my drink go?
It's over there.
I've already lost my drink.
It's over there.
Good grief. Did I mention that we got home at like 6? Okay.
We're going to be drinking more of these.
That's what I'm afraid of, and we have to work tomorrow.
It's okay.
So while that's going to take 10-ish minutes.
You want me to
What?
Want me to set our
no,
timer?
I can watch it.
Oh, okay.
Watch it. So out of my freezer, if you want to switch me over here, I can show this.
Out of that one.
So out of the freezer, I grabbed these little Langostino lobster bites. We can buy these if you're local. You can find these at Schnucks.
Yep.
If you can't find these and you want to make this and actually plan to make this, little shrimp will work too, without any issues. But
we got
are,
lobsters.
Yeah, well, they're little Langostino, and it says lobster. Technically, it's not a lobster. They're like little spiny lobster shrimp creatures. So, and these little bites, when I open this, I'll show you. But these little bites here are their tails, so they're not very big guys.
But they taste good.
Yeah. So these came right out of the freezer about, I don't know, 30 minutes ago, give or take. So once the pasta is done, I'm going to drop these in to the same water and let them cook through enough to heat up. And then they'll be warm enough I can drop them in my pasta sauce later. Basically, guys, what I'm doing is an Alfredo sauce on bow tie pasta with these little seafood Langostino or shrimp, if you want to plan for this. I'm going to throw some artichoke hearts in it because that's just something I really love. And I've got some spinach that needs to be used up, so we're going to use it up in this recipe. So I'm going to turn this up and let it boil a little bit faster. Okay. Another tip. When you make homemade cream sauce or Alfredo sauce, use full fat milk. So if you've got skim 1% milk in the fridge and don't use it, it's going to break your sauce because there's not enough fat in it to make your sauce work. 2%, you'll probably be okay, but I err on the side of caution. And if it's milk, I use whole milk, half and half. I almost never use full cream because it's like too much for me. If you don't have any of that and you're like me and you've got 2% milk or less, keep a couple of cans of evaporated milk in your pantry and make sure it's the full fat vitamin D milk. I grabbed a can a while ago and it was fat free and I about died. I didn't think I had any fatty milk in the house. Rooted around enough to find this one. So we're going to use evaporated milk tonight instead of regular milk. But you know what the difference is?
Less water.
Yeah. So evaporated milk, yep, exactly, is shelf stable. There's a long history about why it came about, and it had a lot to do with children, like baby littles. But it's shelf stable, so to keep some of it on your shelf is a good idea. Yes, the water has been kind of pulled out of it, evaporated out of it. So you can add water to this to get the same consistency as vitamin D whole milk. I'm not going to unless I absolutely have to tonight. Partly because I'm going to add starchy water from my pasta. And after these guys cook, they're going to be really moist going into my sauce. And I'm going to thin it out a little bit too. Whew. All right. We got it. We can do this.
Drink up.
Oh,
Buttercup.
I'm sorry I've been talking.
That's okay. I'll catch you up.
Well, let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah.
I am going to move over a bit. Gosh, those were good. And melt some butter so I can get my sauce going.
All right, and you have a great evening too.
See you later. Okay, I'll switch it. So they can see what I'm doing and not stare at the cutting board. That'll work. Okay. So when my pasta's going
Michelle says they used evaporated milk in mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
Or macaroni and cheese for the sauce would be really good. It's just a lot thicker and creamier without being heavy cream. So we're gonna melt this butter down here, and we're gonna build our sauce kind of up from scratch, so we can add things to it later, like the pasta when it's done. It's gonna take a minute for that to melt. Did you make two?
Oh yeah. I only make two.
Do you want garlic in your Alfredo sauce?
Yes, please.
Okay. Here, I'll... There you go. You got your comments?
Yep.
My mother?
Debbie, yeah, says that she made lobster chowder for dinner
Oh, that sounds good
and
too.
use canned milk.
Which would also work.
But, Debbie, did you make Amaretto Stone Sours? I don't think so.
Probably not. I'm breaking that up so it melts a little bit faster. All right. You could also use bacon grease, or you could render some bacon for the grease and then sprinkle that on top of any pasta that you wanted to.
Yeah.
What I'm doing, if you have like ham and like diced ham and peas and tortellini, just dry tortellini, then you can build a really yummy pasta dish that way. So basically, what I'm doing tonight is kind of the 101 of throwing stuff together to make pasta.
Gotcha. All right.
And
Make away.
I'm waiting for the butter to melt.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
So I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter in here. To this, I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of flour after the garlic does its thing. And then we'll build the sauce up from that. And I'm actually going to add a little bit more olive oil. I think I'm going to make a little more sauce than what I planned on here. So 2 tablespoons of butter, maybe a tablespoon of olive oil and all of that.
I'm going to give you just a little bit of cherry juice in yours because
I like cherry juice in mine.
I know. Well,
I like the cherry juice in everything.
there you go.
All right. This is also not something I typically do. If you put butter right in, or put your garlic right in with the butter without other vegetables, very high chance of it burning, so watch it carefully. But because I'm not really doing other vegetables for this,
Yeah.
sauteing anyway,
Mhm.
we're just gonna keep an eye on it.
Want me to squeeze?
No, I think I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it.
You can stir that around so it doesn't
I
burn
will.
now. Thank you.
I'll stir.
Stir.
Saute. So what could we do with this? We could make like shrimp scampi with this. We could make.
At that point, you could make scampi, add some lemon juice.
Yeah. We have that freshly squeezed straight out of the bottle. Oh,
I mean,
it
at that
smells
point,
so good.
you can make any kind of sauce you want to there.
Yeah. This is like the baseline for any kind of those wonderful.
Anything that I've
That's
made for you.
flavorful and tastes so good.
Now, I'm going to undercook my pasta just a wee bit because it'll finish cooking in the sauce once we get it all put together. All right.
What goes in here now?
No, I'm going to take my pasta out. Because I think we're about done here.
Okay.
Will you turn that down? Because
Which one?
yours, so it doesn't burn. I'm kind of ahead of myself here a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm on low.
I want to make sure my pasta's done. I'll let that go another minute.
All right, I'm a low heat.
Okay. So now, because I added the extra olive oil, we're going to do 3 tablespoons of flour and make roughly 2.5-ish cups of sauce here.
Two.
Yeah, and I'm doing these are just shy of a tablespoon because I don't want my sauce to get too thick.
Oh man, that looks good.
So what are we making? We've made this step a lot.
A roux?
A roux. Good job.
A roux. Oh, man, I'm catching on, folks. I am going to be dangerous. Not only can I make drinks, but I'm going to be able to cook here eventually.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
I didn't say it'd be edible, but I can at least.
Hey, Miss Jill, how are you? Yeah, I like it with cherry juice in it too.
Mm-hmm. That was the standard ad.
Mm-hmm. That makes it pretty.
When you were behind the bar, that was the standard ad. Can I get a little bit of cherry juice? Why, of course you can. Yeah, of course, of course.
All right, so we're going to have to work fast here. So, let me open this can of milk. So again, if you've got room in your pantry for 2 or 3 cans of evaporated milk, it's a good thing to have on hand. And yes, you can pour it in your coffee and you can eat it on cereal or oatmeal or whatever. It's just milk, and add some water to it to get it to the same consistency.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah, we'll just use it all. I think I've got enough.
Why not?
Right. While he's stirring, now you want to stir to get the lumps out.
Well, I had
fine.
lumps there with all the flour.
Well, yeah, there probably wasn't quite enough.
Nope. There's no
Oil
lumps
in there.
left now, though.
No, so just let it sit. So now it's going to take a while for that to thicken up. And we're going to end up thinning it out a little bit at the end anyway.
So good.
So now, I don't know if you guys can kind of see, I'm putting my pasta in a bowl to set aside. And it's okay if these are retaining a little bit of the water. No big deal. Not for what we're making. And because my little Langostinos were straight from the freezer, we're going to drop them down in here. And because they are straight from the freezer and ice cold, they're going to cool this water down considerably. But really all we're wanting to do here is heat them through so they are thawed out and can go in the pasta dish. If you were doing this, if I'd had time, I would have thawed these, totally drained them, patted them dry, kind of seared them off in the pan. Get a little bit of extra flavor there. Not necessary.
You gonna show one?
Yeah, are we? Or here, I can just do it right here.
They're right there.
But when you thaw seafood, thaw it in the fridge. These wouldn't take more than overnight.
Overnight.
Yeah. Can I see them? Can you see them?
Can you guys see them? Or can you see like
They're
translucent
like, here,
hand?
go this direction. This might be a better light situation over here.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. So they're just little bitty guys. But that's their tail, so they're not big critters. Be careful dropping these in, though, because they will splat back up a little bit. Again, all we're doing is heating them through so they're thawed. These are already cooked, so it's really kind of a non-issue.
We just got to heat them up.
Yeah.
We
But
don't want to chew them raw.
I wouldn't do this and then let them sit and then stick them back in the fridge. I'm only doing this because they're going right into the pasta.
Do I want to stay on low?
For the moment, yeah.
Okay. Stirring my before it becomes seafood pasta water.
Yeah, it's okay if it's seafood pasta water.
Okay.
Okay, well, these are kind of heating up a bit. And this does not have to boil. It's just hot water. You're sticking them in here to warm them up. French bread. I baked a loaf. No, I didn't.
We bought a loaf.
We bought the ready-to-bake French bread at the grocery store.
We heated it up.
Because I actually think it's a little bit better. You still have to bake it off for about 8 or 10 minutes in a 400-degree oven, but it's so much better than just buying the regular already baked $1 French loaf. Chili's going to cut off some of it, but I'll show you another trick so you can see steps away from the bread.
Okay. Where's the butter?
Well, the butter's right here.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect.
How's that? Okay. Ah!
A little bit of butter. And notice got a little char.
And this is really crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. Now, here's another trick. If you want to impress your friends, buy something like this at the grocery store that's already made. This says it is fresh bruschetta.
What?
Bruschetta.
It's not bruschetta.
technically it is not,
Okay.
because the word refers to the bread, not the stuff you put on the bread.
Mm.
However, this is what Americans consider yada yada yada, that whole story.
Yeah.
It is actually really good. I picked this up just to try it. It's diced tomatoes and all of the garlic and things that go on top of the appetizer that we know from American Italian restaurants. But it still makes for a really good, quick and easy appetizer. So French loaf of bread.
They can't see you over
No, I know. I'm kind of moving back and forth. Here, you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Baguette is really what this is. And you can see how small. So slice those up.
So what you're saying is if you want to impress your guests, take it out of the plastic, put it into a bowl?
Oh, well, no, not even that. Put me back on this camera and I'll show you. You don't even have to show the container or a bowl.
No.
Slice little pieces off and toast them back up under your broiler for a few minutes, which I'm not going to do, but that's okay. Top this. And there's enough olive oil in this that you don't need to worry about brushing, unless you just really wanted to. Brush your bread with olive oil. And I don't have a stitch of herb in the house, but if you had a little bit of parsley or basil or something, pop that right on top, and to the table it goes in an appetizer dish. Simple as that. And good. So good.
And your guests will never know.
All right. I'm going to dump the artichokes in there.
Yes, please.
So again, this is putting it together.
Oh, hold on.
It's okay. And the beauty of using canned products like canned artichokes, and these are artichoke hearts quartered. So, and I'm going to use about half the can
That's plenty.
because Jeff only sort of likes them.
Yeah.
And we'll save the other half for salads. They're already cooked. You're just adding them to and warming them through. Now I need this to boil.
Oh, you got your spider.
We're going to add that. We are going to add some Parmesan cheese.
I don't know if that's enough.
You want more lobsters? I don't think you need them.
Need and want are two different things.
It's plenty. By the time I get all the other stuff in it, it's plenty.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to let that boil. I'm going to add about half a cup of Parmesan cheese to it, which will also thicken it. We're going to kind of thicken and thin here. I probably could have gotten by with not the whole can of evaporated milk, but oh well.
That's perfect.
I'm going to eat my wannabe bruschetta.
Mm-hmm. Well, I saw that out of the corner of my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So how much do I need to stir this? Do I need to like keep stirring this all the time?
No,
or-
it's fine.
No? Okay.
Oh, yummy stuff.
And this is going to go so good on pasta. And we have the perfect accompaniment with the Amaretto Stone Sour.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
the smells.
So I have some spinach that's kind of on its last leg, so we're going to use it up. I'm going to throw a couple cups of spinach right in on top.
Mm-hmm.
And this really is on its last leg, so I'm kind of picking through it a little bit. If you don't have spinach, don't worry about it. If you have, oh, hello, that got real thick, real fast. So if it does that number on you,
It's cheese.
well, put some water or chicken stock or something.
What happened to the pasta water?
I don't need it. This is plenty thick.
Okay.
Pasta water helps marry your sauce and your pasta, but this is plenty thick enough.
Okay.
And you can probably see how this is starting to wilt down. I'm going to dump our pasta in.
God, that looks good. It
And
smells
there's
so good.
water that came with that pasta, so we'll have that. Doesn't take much to whip something together if you've got some basic ingredients. Milk, butter, flour, garlic.
Yeah.
We get a basic cream sauce. I thin that out just a little bit more.
Oh, Miss Jill says this is her favorite drink. Good thing she didn't catch the intro.
Probably a good thing. Yeah. All right. I'm going to taste my sauce. Oh, good. I didn't put any salt in it, and I think that's what it's missing. A little bit of salt, top it off. Oops. Let that sit for a bit. And that's it, folks. That's dinner. And a drink. In a hurry.
Yeah. What, 32 minutes?
Yeah, so if you'll get me a plate,
That's not bad at all.
I'll put some on a plate.
Oh, we have 3 plates right here.
That'll work.
Are these plates the square ones?
I don't care tonight. The fact that we have dinner is probably a bit of a miracle.
Oh, she says, why? What did she miss? Oh, just the intro to the drink, Miss Jill. Just the intro to the drink. We gave it a good run up.
Now, there's easily enough here to serve 4 and not worry about it.
Yeah.
Easily, and probably could squeak out 6 servings out of that if you had a big leafy green salad or something to go with it.
But we don't, so
Yeah.
we're serving
Because
3.
we were not going to go through that. Take that much effort tonight.
No.
Getting home when we did.
Yeah. Is that mine?
That's yours.
She loves me.
I do. There you go.
You're gonna show it on camera?
Yeah, you can. I'm going to wash my hands off again.
That's mine right there.
Super simple. You don't need a recipe.
No.
And if you've watched this show long enough, you've learned how to do all of this. Swap out the ingredients. He's going to the table. Swap out the ingredients. The sauce is the sauce. So use chicken or pasta or what have I done in the past? Chicken, shrimp, those little langostinos. We've done on air on here. We've done clams, I think, or mussels. One or the other. I don't remember mussels.
Yeah. I haven't done crab with it.
No, but crab. I mean, pretty much any shellfish, scallops would work. Chicken,
mud bugs. Would mud bugs work with that?
Crawfish would work too. Yeah,
Okay.
or the crawfish tail meat.
Yeah.
And here's the deal. I kind of stayed basic. If you wanted to make this a little bit more New Orleans Cajun, throw some Creole seasoning in this when you're building the sauce up, and it'll shift the flavor profile just enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, the cream sauce, linguine.
Yep.
Long noodles, long pasta. You don't have to use shortcuts. So
yeah.
It's the same cooking skill set. It's just a matter of what ingredients you have on hand.
Yeah.
And we've got lunch for tomorrow. Maybe. One of us might.
Maybe.
Big maybe. So
yeah, have lunch for tomorrow.
That's all. Any questions?
Any questions, comments?
We're reading the comments. Smart remarks.
Smart, yes. Might as well. I'm here.
Oh goodness, yes. So that was we had the drink planned. dinner with pulling things from our ASS out of the pantry and out of the fridge and freezer. Next week we'll plan a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes it's more fun not to just whip it out.
Yeah.
Um,
I doubt we'll plan very much.
I usually plan what ingredients I'm going to use, and that's about the end of it. So
She gives me an idea, and I have to take that idea to roll it into a drink. That's about it.
And there you have it. That's the recipe for Monday night meals.
Mayhem.
Mayhem is no lie there. So, all right.
Yes,
That's a wrap.
Monday's the new time. 6:30 Monday nights.
Oh yeah. Yep. We shifted close to when school started, or
about that time.
yeah, I don't remember when we shifted anyway. So because Thursday nights were just becoming too busy.
We're
with
starting
other
to cancel
things.
more Thursdays than we were.
Doing.
Yeah.
So yes, Monday nights are the new night, 6:30, and we should be here for the next several Monday nights without any hiccups. So
Give or take. Something dumb happening.
Meetings getting scheduled at the last minute, those kind of things.
Special meetings.
All right, folks. So Amaretto Stone Sours to go with our
Pasta.
fettuccine Alfredo inspired seafood pasta dish with artichokes and spinach.
And Langostino
little Langostino lobster that really technically are not lobster, but they're able to be marketed as such. So that's a whole nother conversation.
I was about to say,
yeah, we're not going there. But shrimp would work too if you can't get your hands on these.
Mm-hmm.
These taste really good. So
I really like these.
Mm-hmm.
They're nice.
All right, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with us and joining us on a holiday Monday, and we'll see you next week.
Try to get yourselves a piece of that
Amaretto Stone Sour.
That's right.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.